Hi, I'm here to talk to you about our free dosing app that we've developed for an easy way of dosing at your convenience. It is absolutely free and you can download it from our webpage www.ultimateaquacare.com.au. Simply go to the dosing calculator section of the webpage, select either Android or Apple and start downloading. Let's go through some of the basic functions of the app. The Facebook and main website are direct links. Also, you will see calculators and dosing. First, let's select calculators. You'll find three tabs, the top one calculating the liters of your tank, second being ammonia concentration out of total ammonia-ammonium calculator, and the third is concentration converters for alkalinity. Let's select calculating the liters of your tank, and we'll pick a 4-foot tank for our example. The length of a 4-foot tank is around 120 centimeters. Let's say our tank is 2 foot high and 2 foot wide, which are both approximately 60 centimeters. Press calculate, you'll find that it is a 432 litre tank. This also works for filter sums. An important note is your total volume is your tank volume plus sump volume minus approximate live rock and coral volume. So for our example, let's just say we have a 450 litre system, which includes our sump minus live rock and coral. Remember 450 litres, so we can refer to it for the rest of the exercise. The ammonia concentration is a handy one to keep around, and will give you a better understanding on the toxic levels within your tank. Unfortunately, most test kits and reagents cannot detect ammonia from TAN or total ammonia nitrogen without a pH value. They supply you with a conversion chart, but that can get a little difficult to understand. Let's say you have a reading from your test kit, saying that you have a reading of around 0.25 parts per million of total ammonia-ammonium. Your first reaction is, oh, I need to do a water change to bring it down. Let's face it, we all do that once in a while, not knowing that we are losing precious bacteria in the process of an unnecessary water change. We'll use that reading as an example. Enter the reading of 0.25 parts per million in the app. Also enter the pH value of around 8.2 and press calculate. The result shows around 0.0176 parts per million of toxic ammonia in the form of NH3. So the water that you wanted to remove previously is not necessary. The bacteria that you would have otherwise removed actually helps provide a lot of benefit for your aquarium, such as increasing the quality of your water. In saying that, if your levels are higher than 0.02 for long periods of time, then a quick 10% water change is recommended. The third one is alkalinity concentration converters. There are several ways of expressing alkalinity. For example, 17.86 parts per million is equal to 1 DKH, or 1 MEQ is equal to 50 parts per million. This allows you to express alkalinity in any form by simply choosing the option which you require, enter the value and press result. If there are any we missed, please let us know by dropping us an email at info@ultimateaquacare.com.au. Let's go to dosing. You'll see three tabs on the top: liquids, powders, and treatments. If you choose liquids, you'll see all of our liquid supplements range. If you press powders, you'll see all of our powder range, and if you press treatments, you'll see all of our treatments. It's pretty straightforward. Let's start with some examples. Let's say I would like to dose calcium. You choose any of the calcium liquids such as calcium, foundation, or calcium strontium coral skeleton ionic ratio. If you prefer to use powders, you can use our calcium powder or calquasa. For this example, I'm going to use our calcium strontium coral skeleton ionic ratio because I'd like to have the benefit of dosing both calcium and strontium together with a specific ratio that corals uptake them. The first step we do is type in the liters of your aquarium. The 450 liters we stated earlier on will be used for these examples. Simply type in 450. The next one is parts per million desired. We only need to enter the parts per million that you need to make up the final parts per million you want. So say we tested our water and found that we had 430 parts per million of calcium and would like it to be around 440. This means we only enter 10 parts per million. Another method of increasing calcium or alkalinity is foundation. You simply enter the liters of your aquarium, choose the ion, either calcium or alkalinity, type in the parts per million you want, and press calculate. When increasing one ion, the other will also increase. This app tells you exactly how much it will increase by. Using 450 litres as an example, let's say I would like to increase calcium by 3 parts per million. Type in 450, then choose calcium. Type in 3 parts per million desired and press calculate. This shows that 13.5 ml is required and alkalinity will increase by 4.46 parts per million. Or if we would like to increase alkalinity by 2 parts per million, type in 450, choose alkalinity, type in 2 parts per million desired and press calculate. This shows that 6.06 ml is required and calcium will increase by 1.35 parts per million. A different liquid to dose is iodine. When you purchase the iodine bottle, you also receive a pipette. This is because iodine recommended levels are so low that we often use drops instead of ml. I'll explain this in an example. Say we tested our iodine and it was 0.04 parts per million, and we need it to be around 0.06. We only need 0.02 parts per million. We type in 450 from the example earlier, type in 0.02 parts per million and press calculate. This shows that we need 0.45 ml or 9 drops from the pipette that is supplied with the bottle. The pipette really comes in handy because if you can imagine how hard it would be to measure at 0.45 ml with the measuring cup supplied. Powders are very similar to liquids. Let's choose our calcium powder. We'll use the example as we had for the liquid. We have calcium levels of 430 and we want them to be 440, which means we have 10 parts per million desired. Enter 450 litres, 10 parts per million desired, and press calculate. This shows that we require 16.67 grams. We do not recommend dosing the powder directly into your aquarium. We advise you break it down using reverse osmosis or deionized water and introduce it into your aquarium like you would with liquids. Kalkwasser is a much more difficult supplement to work with because when dosing it, pH will increase, and if you're not aware of this, it will cause harm to your aquarium. This is why we recommend Kalkwasser to only very experienced hobbyists. In saying that, let's use it. All you need to do is type in the parts per million of calcium you require, the litres of your aquarium, and press calculate. Using the calcium example we've used throughout the video, we type in 10 parts per million desired, 450 litres, and press calculate. This shows that we require 7.5 grams and 5 litres of preferably reverse osmosis or deionized water. Add the Kalkwasser into the bucket containing the 5 litres of water to make up the solution. Slowly drip this solution into your aquarium, preferably overnight, but being careful to make sure your pH stays around recommended. Another handy, yet a little bit different powder to use is our marine reef salt. Just enter the litres that you want to change, the specific gravity you desire, and press calculate. Using the 450 litre aquarium we've used throughout the video, let's do a 10% water change at 1.025 salinity. Type in 45 litres, choose 1.025 salinity and press calculate. This shows 1.74 kilograms of salt and 44.38 litres of water is required. Add the salt to the container with the water and mix vigorously until fully dissolved. Next we go into treatments. You'll see nitrate remover, dechlor, and phosphate remover. Dechlor is pretty straightforward. You choose whether or not using our dechlor supplement or our free dechlorinating agent that is found in our marine reef salt. Let's say we need to dechlorinate 45 liters of tap water. Just type in 45, choose which product you are using, and press calculate. Nitrate and phosphate are a little different to dechlor, but they are very similar to each other. All you need to do is type in the liters of your aquarium, choose your nitrate or phosphate concentration, and press calculate. Say we're using the 450 litre aquarium we've used throughout the video, and we have really bad nitrate concentrations of 50 parts per million. Type in 450 litres, choose 30 to 60 parts per million nitrate, and press calculate. This says we need to dose between 13.5 and 27 ml per day. As your nitrate concentration decreases, you need to dose accordingly. To do that, all you need to do is test for nitrate, type in the liters of your aquarium, choose your nitrate concentration, and press calculate. To use phosphate, it is exactly the same. Type in the liters of your aquarium, choose your phosphate concentration, and press calculate. Say we're using the same aquarium as before and we have phosphate concentrations of 7 parts per million. Type in 450, choose 5 to 10 parts per million phosphate, and press calculate. This shows that we need 22.5 to 45 ml per day. Like nitrate, when your phosphate levels decrease, you'll need to change your dose accordingly. To do that, test your water for phosphate, type in the liters of your aquarium, choose your phosphate concentration, and press calculate. That sums up our video on our free app. If you'd like to download it, the links are below. Stay tuned for more products that are going to be released, such as amino acids, vitamins, and many more, which will be included in the updated app. Good luck, and thanks for watching.